This upcoming weekend, I got a nice matchup for you, and one guy in specific I want to discuss.
Tell me about it.
Because I want to know your thoughts on whether you think, A, obviously he's a contender, or B, a pretender.
Okay, we're doing contender or pretender.
That's the segment we're doing right now, hence why I've said it a few times.
Okay.
Leon Rocky Edwards.
All right.
Do you know him?
I'm familiar with Leon.
Do the white belts know him?
I don't know if they are familiar with Leon.
Do you want me to give him a rundown, a quick rundown?
I think it couldn't hurt.
Okay. Leon Rocky Edwards has fought 9 times in the UFC. He's a master record of 7-2. You can tell I've done my Wikipedia research here, right?
Yeah.
A master record of 7-2.
Yeah.
He's from London, Birmingham, England. I shouldn't say London. I was just going to generalize, but I should. Birmingham, England, and he's a potential upcoming star in the 170-pound division. Main event this weekend against Donald Cowboy Cerrone, which you white belts have heard about. So you got to get to know Rocky Edwards. And now I'm going to ask you, do you think he's a contender or a pretender?
That's a really good question. I first caught wind of Leon Edwards, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
When he, actually I don't know if that's when I first caught wind, but he was making a lot of noise when Darren Till was getting his glow.
Yes.
Basically saying, well, I should be in the same position as this guy because I'm just as good as him. And then he was calling out Darren Till, wanting that fight with him, which obviously he never got.
Right.
I look at him and I know that usually when he wins a fight, it's by KO.
Okay.
Okay. But when we're talking about 170 pounds, which is the division that he's chosen to fight in, this is a stacked.
It's stacked. It's stacked. You're right.
And so maybe if he was a heavyweight and a bigger boy, you know how easy it is to go from contender to pretender in the heavyweight
very quick, or vice versa. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Very easily.
At 170, not so easy. So I don't know if he's quite a contender. Good fighter. How old is he?
26.
He's got years in the game.
He's got years in the game.
I don't think he's quite there.
So he's not there, but you're saying there is potential.
There's potential.
So you're not really answering my question, but that's
not ruling him out. I'm not ruling him out, but he's not a contender today in my book.
Okay. Right now, you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
What say you?
Okay, I think this question is under the notion that he wins against Donald Cerrone, which is the way I interpreted the question.
Oh, okay.
Because this is obviously his 10th fight. He'll be 8-2 in the UFC. I 100% think he is a contender.
Okay.
I think this guy is the future of the division. We all know the 170-pound division is a good division, but there's a lot of old guys in that top 10. You know, you got the Lawlers of the world, RDA, even though he just lost. Damian Maia is still on his way down. I mean, there's guys that I think Rocky Edwards is better than.
True.
Am I going to compare him to Darren Till and Kamaru Usman and those guys? And I think he's in that category.
Well, he's lost to Kamaru, so I think we have to put him a notch below Kamaru just off of that result. But it was like 6 fights ago, which is an eternity.
Yes.
For an up-and-coming fighter.
And at least 2 years ago too. So and he stole a round against Kamaru, which is rare. Okay. So in a 3-round fight, he did win one of the rounds. So I mean, I'll give him a little bit of credit for that.
You got to.
But I think I like his style because he doesn't rely on any one discipline. He has submissions, he has knockouts. So he's a well-rounded fighter, but boy, is he talking a lot now.
He likes to bump those gums.
I think he needs to get this win against an old Donald Cerrone, elevate himself to the top 10 ranking, and from that point on, I think there's no way you can't call him a contender because I think every other fight in the UFC is going to either be a main event or a co-main.
Yeah.
So for me, he has to be in that elite status. And it gets me excited to see him fight, the Tyron Woodleys of the world or Colby Covington.
I think to your point, this is a must-have for him, this win up, or this fight rather, coming up against Donald Cerrone.
Right.
It sounds like you're saying he's going to probably get it done.
I think so.
I think I'm on the other side of the fence where I think Cerrone, if he can he's had some time off to kind of, recover from all the fights that he was going through just a year ago. So hopefully he can get that job done and cement Leon Edwards as a future contender, but maybe
not yet. So we'll leave it at that. You white belts watch this weekend. It's going down in Singapore. Early start time. It'll be about 8 a.m. for you East Coasters in North America. Yeah, so it's a early one. Wake up, get that coffee, or just watch it later on Fight Pass. But we'll be watching. Oos.